Om Shanti. Today is Murli 6/6/21. The reason for unhappiness is disobedience in little things. This is the title for Avyakt Murli. Today, the unlimited greatest of all fathers, the Father who makes you the highest of all, is especially seeing his children who, out of all the children everywhere, are obedient. All consider themselves to be obedient children, but they are number-wise. Some are always obedient, whereas others are obedient but not always. All the children are in the list of obedient children, but there is definitely a difference. The Father who gives instructions gives all the children the same instructions at the same time. He doesn't give a variety of directions or separate directions to individuals. So, why is it still a number-wise then? Those who are always easily embodiments of the awareness of the Father's instructions in every thought and every action automatically move along with their every thought, word and action in accordance with those instructions. Whereas those who do not become embodiments of that awareness repeatedly have to bring them into their awareness. Sometimes, because of having that awareness, they move along while being obedient, whereas at other time they remember the instruction after moving along, because they are not embodiments of the awareness of the instructions, because they don't experience in their actions the instant and visual fruit of elevated actions. They remember later, when the action is over, why they received that result. They check themselves after performing the action, and they thereby understand that they haven't experienced the visual fruit because they were not moving along according to the Father's directions. That is not being an embodiment of the awareness of the instructions, but having the awareness after seeing the fruit of your actions. So number one is especially and automatically being an embodiment of awareness and being obedient. The second number are of those who sometimes perform actions with that awareness and sometimes have that awareness after performing their actions. Don't even ask about the third number. There are two rosaries. The first is a small rosary and the second is a bigger rosary. There is no rosary of the third number. This is why Baba is only speaking of two categories. Because they perform actions according to instructions from Amrit Vela throughout the day till night time. Number one, obedient children do not experience having to labor in any action, but they experience the special fruit of blessings from the Father as the fruit of their obedience. This is because obedient children always receive blessings from the heart of Bap Dada at every step. Therefore, because of receiving blessings from the heart, their every action is fruitful. For action is the seed, and the attainment from that seed is the fruit. Because the seed, that is every action of every number one obedient soul, is powerful, they experience contentment and success as the fruit of every action. There can be contentment with the self, the result of the action and also in their connections and relationships with many souls. The number one obedient souls naturally and constantly experience all three types of contentment. Sometimes children are content with their own actions, that they perform very good actions with the right method, and yet at other time they are not able to see the fruit of contentment as much as they think they should. In some cases they are content with themselves, they are content with their fruit, but there isn't contentment in their connections and relationships. So that would not be called being a number one obedient soul. A number one obedient soul would experience contentment in all three things. According to the present time, some souls sometimes experience themselves to be discontent with some elevated obedient children. You would think that there is no one with whom everyone is content. Someone or other would always be discontent. But there are many reasons for that. Because of not knowing their own reasons, there is misunderstandings. Secondly, according to their own intellects, they have too many desires or expectations of the seniors, and when those expectations are not fulfilled, they become discontent. Thirdly, because of their past sanskars and nature and the karmic account of some souls, those who should become content are not content. Because of this, there is no reason why others should be discontent with number one obedient souls or elevated souls, but they do remain discontent due to their own reasons. This is why in some cases it seems as though someone is discontent with everyone. However, in that too, the majority, at least 95%, would be content. 5% would be seen as discontent. So, the majority of the number one obedient souls would make others content in all three ways, because they constantly perform every elevated action according to instructions. Because of being content after performing every action, their minds or intellects would not be repeatedly disturbed by their actions, whether they did not the right thing or not. Whether they did the right thing or not. Those in the second category often have thoughts in their minds after performing the action as to whether they did the right thing or not. In your language, you speak of this as your conscience biting. Because you did not do the right thing. The conscience of a number one obedient soul would never bite, because they do everything according to the instructions. They always remain light, for they don't have any burden of the bondage of karma. You were told earlier too that one is to have a relationship of karma and the other is to perform actions under a bondage of karma. So, a number one soul comes into a relationship of karma and is therefore always light in every action because of receiving special blessings from Bap Dada. A number one soul would constantly experience internal willpower as a result of blessings. Such a soul would always experience super sensuous joy. he would always experience himself to be full. Do you know what some children sometimes say? When they put the condition of their heart in front of the father, I don't know why, but today I feel empty inside. Nothing much has happened as such, but yet there isn't the experience of perfection or happiness. At that time, they didn't perform any wrong action or make a little mistake, but while moving along, because of being ignorant or careless from time to time, they don't do everything according to instructions. Firstly, a burden of disobedience to time pulls you towards itself at some time, just as the strong sanskars and nature of the previous verse sometimes pull you onwards, sometimes pull you towards itself. Just as the strong sanskars and nature of previous births sometimes pull you towards themselves even against your conscious wish. Similarly, from time to time, the burden of your disobedience sometimes pulls you towards itself. Those are karmic accounts of the past, and these are karmic accounts of the present time. Because no account, whether of this birth or past birth, can be burned without your being in the stage of embodiment of the fire of love. Because you do not constantly have the stage of being an embodiment of this fire, that is, because you do not constantly have the stage of powerful remembrance of the seed stage. Of being a lighthouse and lighthouse, you are unable to burn your karmic accounts, and that is why the accounts that still remain pull you towards themselves. You don't make a mistake at that time, and yet you feel, I don't know what happened. Sometimes your mind won't be able to say it remembrance or in service, and sometimes there will be waves of unhappiness. One is to experience peace through knowledge, and the other is the peace of dead silence, where there is no happiness or bliss, that is peace without any sweetness. The heart's desire would just be to go and sit somewhere in solitude. All of these things are signs of being disobedient in one way or other. The burden of karma pulls you. One form of disobedience is to commit a sin or to make a big mistake, and the second is disobedience in little things. For instance, the father's instruction is at Amrit Vela stay in powerful remembrance according to the right discipline. So what would you say if you do not observe this instruction at Amrit Vela? Would that be being obedient or disobedient? Perform every action as a karma yogi with the feeling of being an instrument with humility. You have these instructions. There is a long list of these, but Baba is just quoting one as an example. You have been given instructions for everything, your vision, your attitude, etc. Out of all these instructions, if you don't follow any one instruction in the right way, it is known as being disobedient in the little thing. If you continue to accumulate this account, it will definitely pull you towards itself, and this is why you say that you are unable to accumulate as much as you want. Some, when you are asked, are you moving along okay? You all say yes. However, when you are asked if you are accumulating as much as you should, you then have to think about it. While receiving so many signals, while being knowledgeful, if you are still unable to accumulate as much as you should, what is the reason for that? The burden of the past and the present do not allow you to become double light. Sometimes you become double light, and sometimes the burden brings you down. You don't constantly experience the stage of super sensuous joy and peace filled with happiness. You don't experience the attainment of the lift of special blessings from Bap Dada for being obedient. This is why you sometimes find it easy and at other time you find you have to labor. You very clearly heard about the specialties of a number one obedient soul. So who is number two then? Those who lack these specialties are number two, and they become the beads of the second number rosary. So you want to become part of the first rosary? Do you not? Nothing is difficult. The instruction for every step is very clear. So, is it easy or difficult to move along according to that? The instructions are the Father's footsteps. So, it is easy to place your steps in His footsteps. Is it not? In any case, all of you are true sights, birds, brides. So the brides place their steps in His footsteps. Do they not? This is the method. So what is difficult? In the leadership of a child too, a child is one who follows the footsteps of the Father. One who does what the Father says. The Father speaks and the child does. This is known as being number one obedient. So check and change yourself. Acha. To all the most obedient, elevated souls everywhere, to the special souls who always experience the blessings received from the Father, to the great souls who always experience contentment and success in every action, to the obedient children who place their steps in the Father's footsteps, Bap Dada's love, remembrance and namaste. Blessing. May you be God's helpers who bring success to tired and desperate souls. Souls have had a desire or hope for a long time to go to Nirvana or the land of liberation, and it is for this that they have been making various kinds of spiritual and over many births and have become tired. Everyone now wants success, and not just to make spiritual success means salvation, and so in order to the thirst of thirsty souls, tired and desperate souls, you elevated souls with your power of silence and all your powers have to bring them success in second. You would then be said to be God's helpers. Slogan. Weak sanskars are the gate through which Maya, the thief enters. So now close this gate. Om Shanti.